Hello and welcome to Martin Lucas Investors channel. My name is SENSEI Crypto and today we're doing the Sunday show. It's going to be a very exciting show today. The crypto bull market is in full effect. The markets are up, not only crypto but equities as well. I want to remind you that anything I say during this show should not be taken as financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Even if I was, I cannot give you financial advice over YouTube to so many people. So do not take anything I say as financial advice. When I refer to buy and sell zones, that's only referring to charting, and I'm hoping to educate you on charts throughout these shows. But welcome in. Bitcoin is currently set at $79,000. So it's gone exactly as predicted. Bitcoin has broken out and the breakout is in full effect. The crypto markets are flying. I wouldn't get overly excited, but I have to say I am excited. This is what we've been waiting for. This is what we've been predicting. This is what we've been saying. End of 2024, beginning of 2025, we like to see Bitcoin between 85,000 and 90,000. That's our target, and we finally got the breakout of the structure. We've broken out of all-time highs, and we're currently sat at $79,000. We did go as high as 80,000, nearly 81. We actually hit $81,000 today on Bitcoin. This is very exciting. This is time to tell those people that didn't believe in crypto, the ones that said Bitcoin is dead, the ones that were saying Bitcoin at 15,000, it's never going to recover, it's never going to hit all-time highs. Well, look at it now. Bitcoin was at 15,000, was at 16,000, 17,000, 18,000, 20,000. All those areas, if you remember, if you cast your mind back to when we were streaming during the bear market, we were saying Bitcoin's going to make a comeback. These are good levels. This is the bear market. Remember when it tested 20,000? That was an amazing area to buy some, and that's what we did. If you remember Martyn's Bitcoin, he's not been buying now. He's not been buying at 60,000, 70,000, 50,000. He was buying at 15,000, 20,000. I think his last purchases were no more than 30,000, um, and that's when you should be buying during the bear markets. I think there is opportunity still in the crypto market. Would I be buying Bitcoin? Probably not. Would I be buying altcoins? Well, I said last week and the week before that I'm very comfortable buying altcoins at this price. If we take a look at Bitcoin dominance, something else that we were tracking during the bear market, during this whole time actually. This whole cycle, we were tracking this, a Wyckoff accumulation. We were saying Bitcoin's going to be king. Bitcoin's going to be running the show for a while, and Bitcoin's going to be running the show until it hits 60% dominance. Let me remind you, 60% dominance. This should be actually going out as a video, shouldn't it? So let me start again. Let me do my full Bitcoin bull market analysis and make it into a video. Martyn is back. We've enjoyed his shows. He's been back this week. Now we can make some more videos and put them out for anyone who's not watching the show. So let's quickly go to your comments. Let's welcome everyone in, make sure everyone's in, and then we'll do a full Bitcoin bull market analysis because we are in full bull mode on crypto, and I definitely want to make a video out of this. So let's see who's in the show. Make sure you hit the like button if you want to hear my full Bitcoin crypto analysis, and then we'll move on to stocks as well. So this is a show for everyone, people who like crypto and people who like stocks. If you don't like crypto, don't leave the show. We'll be covering all your favorite stocks as well in this show. So let's see how many people we have. We have 45 people watching. That's great. We've only got 13 likes, so please do hit that like button if you have just tuned in. We'll be covering the full Bitcoin crypto breakout, and then we'll move on to the stock analysis on your favorite stocks. We'll be covering, we've got in the title, NVIDIA stock, Palantir, Tesla. There's a lot more stocks that we'll be covering. All your favorite stocks. We'll be looking at Tilray as well. Plug, Enphase, a few more as well as your suggestions. So let's see who's in the show to begin with. James 007 is here. Please hit your like button on the way in. Thank you, James. If you haven't already, please do subscribe. And if you're not a member, Martyn has put in the chat down below to become a member and receive many perks. You receive many perks joining us as a family. Just click that button there and become a member. If you do become a member during the show, I'll do an exclusive video for you on your favorite stock or crypto. So the link is in the chat. So please do consider becoming a member. And if you're already a member, then hopefully we can cover some of your stocks as well today. So we've got James here. Thank you, James, for all your support as always. Steve is here. Hello, all drinking a Monster energy drink, the drink that's favoured by most successful investors. Love it, Steve. Welcome in. James is having a tea, which is another one favoured by a lot of investors. Today will be epic, says Steve. Yes, it will. Stephen Lewandowski's here. Welcome in, Steve. Love to see you here again. Stephen is a massive supporter of the channel, and he's always been a part of the show. He's actually got his 2-year badge, which is amazing. Henrik is here. Welcome in, Henrik. Mike is here as well, a big supporter of the show. We've got Andrew here today. Andrew Phillips, welcome to the Sunday show. Vaz, always here. Welcome in, Vaz. We've got Mr. Wolf. We've got Corey. Corey became a member last week. We need to welcome in Corey, give him a big fireworks and some cheers. Thank you for becoming a member, Corey. Welcome in. Again, thank you for your suggestions last week, and I'm glad you enjoyed the analysis. Bitcoin is 100k before end of year. Wow, Fight Channel, you are bullish on Bitcoin. I didn't know you were that bullish. That can happen. I don't think that will happen, but that can always happen. You can't underestimate the power of Bitcoin. And we've got a super chat already.
Rallo1 donated $2 through a super chat. Can you look at SKX sketches?
Yes, I'll put that on the list. Rallo1, thank you for your super chat. And we'll do that straight away before the Bitcoin analysis, as you've given a super chat. Mr. Wolf has said, if you have time, can we have a quick look at Enphase? Yes, we will look at Enphase. You are a member, we will look at Enphase later on in the show. To be fair, it's very impressive. Been using it for now and already understand potential Meta has. That's what we're talking about there. So I must have missed that. Good evening, Wolf. Hey, all, says Bart is here. Everyone is now in the show, so we can really get going with the show. So welcome, everyone. If you haven't already, hit the like button, and if you haven't subscribed, then do consider doing that. And if you're not a member, the link to become a member is in the comments section. We've got a super chat, and we have to focus on the super chats for my members. And the first one is sketches. So, given a super chat, let's turn it into a video. Ticker symbol SKX. The time we're going to be looking at that will be 8:30. Okay, let's do a video on sketches for Rallo1. SKX. I think we've looked at this previously once before, a while ago, and it's going as expected, so let's do it as a video. That's on the daily, just getting ready to do this as a video. Let's quickly look at it on the weekly, make sure the trend is our friend and the trend is to the upside. Okay, brilliant. Let's start with, get rid of the bull market support band for now. Okay, let's get ready with the video. A bit low. Breaking news on Martyn Lucas Investor. We have just got a request to look at sketches, ticker symbol SKX. So I'm going to give you a full analysis on this stock, my specific buy zones and sell zones, the resistance and the support levels, and how I think this stock is going to trade over the coming months, weeks, and actually years as well. So stay tuned to watch the full analysis. Remember, anything I say during this video, it should not be taken as financial advice. I'm not here to give financial advice, I'm just here to give my personal thoughts and teach you about charts. So Skechers is currently sat at $62. We've looked at this previously, and we have said the trend is to the upside. If you look at this specific trend line here, we're looking at the weekly candles right now. If you're confused why we're looking at price of 32, is because we're looking all the way back to October of 2022, and we had this established trend line to the upside. The trend is your friend, remember, and this trend line was just signifying it's a way to visualize the trend is your friend. And what I mean by that is, if the trend is to the upside, that's your friend, meaning the trend should continue to the upside until it changes. And that's why I've got this green trend line creating higher lows, just showing you that the trend is continuing to the upside. These higher lows represents more people owning the stock, more people willing to hold it for higher prices and not willing to sell. And this trend line has continued to hold. We had one touch point here, we had this horizontal green line here, and then we've got another touch point more recently as of October this year. And the trend is still to the upside. So all we can say right now for the long-term trend of the stock is continuing to the upside until we do see a break of trend. For example, if this trend line starts breaking to the downside, then I can comfortably say this stock is going to come back to previous all-time high levels, key level of support. It's not the end of the day if this upwards trend line breaks, because we have a major level of horizontal support, not diagonal support, but horizontal support at $54. That $54 level will be a nice buy zone if we do break this upwards trend. And if we hold that, then the main momentum of the upwards trend is still intact. We might have broken the first trend line, but there is another trend line to help with the support. And that will be a buy level of $54. So that's my next buy level for the stock, is at $54. If we do, in fact, break that level, then there is lower targets, for example, $45. But I would be very careful if we break those two major trend lines. So one is this diagonal trend line to the upside, which was still above, which we have tested. And one would be this horizontal level at $54 as another potential limit order to set up a buy. Looking at all-time highs, we did actually go as high as $75. So that is a target to the upside. That will be somewhere you might consider taking profits in the terms of a charting areas. If you look at a lot of traders, will look at previous all-time highs or might take their profits slightly below. So that would be a target of $75, $74 as a take profit zone. So that's something to take into account as a level of potentially exiting this position. And then we can also look at further levels to the upside depending on your time horizon. One could be taking a Fibonacci from the recent all-time highs in June of 2024 and the recent lows of August the 5th. And that gives us a take profit zone of around $86. So we've got two take profit zones to the upside. We've got two um, buy levels to the downside as well, and that should give us a good indication of where the stock should be going in the months ahead. Whichever way it goes, we've got particular trades either taking profits or buying some more. The trend right now is showing upside, so we might have those sell levels before we get further buying zones, but we have to keep a good eye on these trend lines. If this trend line stays intact, we don't break it, then we're off to all-time highs and potentially breaking all-time highs and heading to $86. If this trend line breaks to the downside, we're looking at buy zones at $54 and $45. Looking at the RSI on the weekly, we are slightly in the bearish control zone, which just gives the edge to the bears just purely looking at the RSI. However, because it's so low, it does allow plenty of room to the upside before we do actually become overbought. Currently, we're not overbought, we're not oversold, but below 50, we're sort of in the bearish control zone. So that is something to take into account as well. The MACD on the weekly is red, the momentum slightly to the downside. This is on the more of a long-term trend. We can move over to the one-day chart, which gives us a bit more of what's going to happen in the short term. The short-term RSI is also in the bearish control zone. However, the MACD is showing us the momentum could be shifting to the upside. So we do have conflicting information from the indicators. The best thing to go off on this specific stock is the chart, and the chart specifically is a bit above support, is holding trend. We have a slight downwards trend going on right now, more of the short term. Since we hit those all-time highs, we're struggling to break out. And if we don't break out of this blue line I've just drawn for you, then something like this could occur. I can show you exactly what I mean. We've got a blue trend line showing lower highs on the shorter term. If we do, we might have something like this occurring, and then once we either break out of this green trend line, we might drop down to our buy zones at $54. However, if we break out of this blue trend line, then we're off to our all-time highs at our first sell level at $75, and then we can react how we do there, and we can even move to $86, or $75 might cause some reaction, lots of people taking profits, and then we can see what the next structure is. That's why $75 is also a take profit zone. But yes, we do have this blue trend line, diagonal trend line to the downside as well on the shorter time frame on the one-day chart, which we need to keep an eye out for, and that will tell us, are we going to $75 first, or are we breaking trend and coming to $54 for those who are trading on the shorter term. But those two major levels, horizontal levels at $75 and $55 are the key levels we're looking at for sketches. So yeah, that is a full analysis on the Skechers stock regarding the charts. Let me know if you have any further questions in the comment section down below. Join me every Sunday where we will be doing stock analysis like this. We'll also be looking at crypto. We're looking at the major bull run that seems to be occurring on all equities at the moment. And you can ask your own suggestions, and we can do something like this for your own personal favorite stock. But until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. 15:33. I hope that was a good analysis for you, Rallo1. Now we're going to do a full Bitcoin analysis. I do see a few more requests in the chat, but let's get through the Bitcoin analysis unless anyone gives a super chat, and we'll have to move directly to that. James has just said smash the like button. Yes, please do. If you haven't already, please do hit that like button. Sensei, if you find some time, yes, we can have a look at HNST. If I do forget, Corey, please let me know. I do want to do another analysis for you as you've just become a member last week. And new members, I'd love to support you when you became a member on my show specifically as well. So yes, we'll have a look at HNST. If I forget, please remind me. Hi guys, will the US government adopt Tesla cars for some? They might do, William. You never know. Well, yeah, Tesla's looking very bullish, specifically because of how big of an influence Elon will be towards Trump, or it seems that way, doesn't it? Hi all, thanks for your advice last week. Portfolio up over 50% in a week, mainly thanks to Wolf and Soundstock. Ian Smith, congratulations to you. Wolf and Sound, two things we covered in last week's show. What would have been more if pot stocks didn't get crushed? I don't remember talking about. Oh right. Yes, I did actually speak about Tilray and say something I don't really personally look at to invest into. Check NVIDIA, Samuel. If you become a member, we can have a look at NVIDIA straight away for you. James says hit the like button. Rallo likes the analysis, and Stephen Lewandowski has said a very kind comment, very educational sensei. Thank you, Stephen, for your kind words. Now it's time to do a full crypto analysis. I'm very excited about crypto at the moment. Just because it's finally doing what I said it would do, and that I feel like I have a right to be excited about that. So let's get straight into it. Let me get this video ready. We'll do it at 18:30. We'll have the Bitcoin chart up to start with. Okay. A drink of water. No tea, unfortunately. Sorry, James. Just some water today. Okay. Breaking news on Martyn Lucas Investors channel. We are going to be looking at Bitcoin, crypto, altcoins, the whole shebang today. We're going to be looking at everything crypto related. My full analysis on this bull market. We are in full effect now. Everything we've said has happened so far. So let's look into the future. Let's get our crystal ball out and let's suggest what might be happening in the weeks and months and years ahead. It's a very exciting time. Bitcoin is now currently sat at 79,000. We hit $81,500 today on some exchanges, all-time highs. I'm going to take you through a journey of what we've been saying this bear market, what we've been saying during the cycle, and where I think this crypto bull run is going to take us. My full analysis on this crypto bull run, and I'm going to suggest some specific altcoins that I think can either 10x, 100x. I'll tell you my specific Bitcoin target, where I think Ethereum's heading, my favorite token XRP. I will give you a price prediction on that as well. But yes, let's first start off with how we got here. How are we at $79,200? So we have to take it back. We have to take it back to the bear market. Let's look at this on Coinbase's. There we go. We are on the Coinbase exchange, the most used exchange for crypto. It's the one that I would probably recommend using Coinbase, as especially in the UK, as it's got FCA regulations. It's the most used one. It's probably the safest one, dare I say, because it's traded on the stock market. Um, but yes, the ultimate safe way of holding cryptos is certainly through a ledger. But if you don't want to go through that whole process, then I think Coinbase is your next best bet. Again, anything I say during this video should not be taken as financial advice. Cryptocurrencies are very risky. They shouldn't be a large proportion of your portfolio. And anything I say is mainly taking it from a chart perspective, just showing you my love of charts and how they play out. So we hit highs last cycle of $69,420. That was our highs of last cycle. And then we hit a major bear market. There was people. We were streaming during this time. We were buying during this time when we hit the lows of 20,000. When we went as low as 15,000, 16,000. When we retested 20,000. These are all points we were buying. You can go back to the shows during June, August, March. Points where a lot of YouTubers, they ran away. They scammed people. They took their money, they ran. The ones that didn't scam, they decided to take time off. We were here during that bear market. This bear market was very important. This was where we should be accumulating. We did our crypto challenge around here. That's performed amazingly. Martyn did amazing buys around 17,000, 16,000, 20,000. We Martyn's certainly not buying. And when I would say Martyn's the owner of this channel. You've probably seen him a lot before. He's not buying now. He's not happy. He's not very happy to purchase Bitcoin at 80,000, 70,000 when we were buying at 15,000. We have secured major profits on Bitcoin, and that's because we were around during the bear market. Lots of people weren't. So yeah, we had specific buy levels: $20,000, $17,000, and we were buying below $17,000 as well. We did a major buy when we retested 20,000. That was the retest of the bear market, and then we went full bull mode. 30,000 was, I think, our last buys on Bitcoin. And then we went into a major run. This was the run that took us out of a bear market, took us to a bull market. We went up to $69,000 very, very quickly. And once we reached areas like that, go back to March of 2024, look at some streams I did, look at what Martyn was saying. Bitcoin had to cool off. This RSI on the weekly was overbought. And that really does indicate that Bitcoin, for it to be healthy, for it to be in a sustained bull run, it has to accumulate. There has to be an accumulation phase. There has to be these RSIs, these indicators need to reset. That's the healthiest thing to occur, is these indicators to reset. And that's what occurred. We went into this bull flag sort of formation, which we were tracking all the way from March of 2024 until the breakout of basically this week and last week. We have been resetting the indicators. We're not overbought on the weekly. The MACD is showing great strength from these indicators at the bottom of your screen. The MACD's turned green. Momentum is on in our favor. The RSI is in the bullish control zone. Still not overbought, and Bitcoin sat at 80,000. I said, when we break out of this bull flag formation, when we break out of this of these levels, we can take a Fibonacci either to the lows of 54, 55,000. Thank you for the subscription, or the lows of 49,000. That will give us a good indication of where I see Bitcoin heading at the end of this year, towards the beginning of the next year. And we're well on our way. That takes us to a specific zone of 88,000. This blue box that I drew, I think, last week, took us anywhere from 85,000 to the top of this, another trend line I have on my charts of 91,000. So that's my first target for you guys. We've broken out a very strong breakout, and we're well on our way to 85 to 90,000. I think that's where we're heading before Bitcoin maybe cools off again, before the next target. I think the next target for Bitcoin will be $100,000. I think we'll see that in the first quarter of 2025. And then we have to see how Bitcoin reacts then. I do think we'll blow past that level, and then we might see highs this cycle of 120, 140, 150,000. But that's maybe a 2x from where we are at best case scenario. last week and the week before I announced I'm very, very happy buying altcoins at these levels, and that's specifically down to the Bitcoin dominance chart. So now let's move on to the Bitcoin dominance chart. This is something we were tracking during the bear market. This was something that had lows of $40, had a Wyckoff accumulation pattern, broke out of the accumulation zone, and then went on a major run itself. Our target throughout this was 60%. What did we hit? We hit 60%, just above 60%, and now we're pulling back. I said I'm very, very happy we've hit our target. I don't mind buying altcoins at these levels anymore. During this whole phase here, I said Bitcoin's going to be king. Bitcoin's going to be running the show. Once we hit 60% dominance, 60% of the market cap of crypto in Bitcoin, that's when I personally am very happy buying altcoins. That's where I see the gains coming. This means Bitcoin runs up, hits levels, that money can now flow into altcoins. Normally what happens is Bitcoin climbs, hits some resistance, goes sideways for a bit, that money starts flowing into Ethereum, then it flows into Solana, then it flows into XRP, then it flows into the smaller market cap coins such as Flare. So now let's look at some of the altcoins I've personally been purchasing. Dogecoin. Dogecoin we're actually buying in the bear market as well, because it's one of those coins that really does mimic Bitcoin, unlike other cryptos that might not. We had buys of Dogecoin around 5 cents. Now it's at 25 cents. That is a 5x gain already. And I see Dogecoin going up to at least $1, especially with Elon Musk's involvement. His favorite coin, I think it is. We then also have been looking at CRO. CRO is Crypto.com's exchange token. We were only talking about this last week around 7 cents, and it's already basically doubled in price. This is James's favorite coin as well, I think. So congratulations, James, on your trade. I know you've been buying this as well. We've been tracking this. We've also bought this at around 4 cents as well. So already about 3x, 2x on Crypto.com token. I can see this going all the way to $1. So maybe even another 10x left in CRO. ADA, that is up this week, but it's up enormously, 73% of the week. But you can see it's not even near its all-time highs. Would I buy ADA? I think it's going to be an okay performer. I think there's better coins to put my money into though. But ADA performing very, very well. There was another token we're buying during the bear market. DOT is something else I've been picking up last week. And during this week, we were talking about buying this last week, and we've made 36% in a week. Again, this token is nowhere near levels it should be at. So this can easily go to $10 within a few weeks, and that will take it a 2x from where we are at. The all-time highs on this token are somewhere around $50. A sensible suggestion would be somewhere another 6x on DOT, taking up to $30. Another stock related to this was Coinbase. If you remember, Martyn was buying it, was actually had a few shares of this at around $30. I think we around $35. I think we marked the bottom of Coinbase. Where is that at now? $270. That's nearly a 10x in a stock. Coinbase I see going to all-time highs, $350 maybe in a few weeks to months, and then all-time highs at $430 in the beginning of next year. Gala token, I've been talking about this. If you need to have different areas you need to cover with crypto. Remember, the sentiment of crypto, it comes in waves. At one point, everyone's going to be buying gaming tokens. Gala is a gaming token. At one point, everyone's going to be looking at meme coins. Doge is the king of memes. At one point, people are going to be looking at exchange tokens. CRO is an exchange token. So Gala is a gaming token. It's sat at 2 cents. I can see this going to 10 cents. Maybe some even say it's going to $1. That's where it went last cycle. Went up to 80 cents. So there's potential of maybe a 50x on Gala. That's how I like to get my exposure to the gaming sector of crypto. We have also looked at, what else have we looked at previously? XRP, one of my favorite tokens, one I think is one of the safer cryptocurrencies, one that we've been tracking throughout this bear market. We predicted what would happen with the SEC court ruling. And we were completely right. XRP was not a security. XRP is the only token right now that has the regulatory clarity that it's not a security. It's only Bitcoin and XRP which have regulations around it, suggesting it's the law of the land in the United States of America right now is XRP is not a security. No other token has that clarity. XRP had a suppressed bull run last time because of this court case. It didn't hit all-time highs. The all-time highs were actually hit in 2017 around $3.50. I think we can easily achieve $3.50 this bull market. My target on XRP is between $5 to $10. I will be taking profits along the way. I do have all my levels. Once we start seeing XRP hit $1, then we can start looking at targets to start taking some profits. But right now, this week, XRP is up 15%, and I think this is the start of the bull run for XRP. I think XRP is going to perform very well this bull market. I can see a nice 10x on XRP. We have also been looking at Filecoin. If you remember, I've been saying I've been buying Filecoin. I did actually, if I go, I can show, if you go follow me on Twitter at SENSEI Crypto, I think it's SENSEI underscore crypto, then you can see 3 weeks ago I said I'm buying altcoins, and Filecoin was one of those altcoins I suggested. That one is up 25% this week, and I said I think Filecoin can get anywhere between maybe $30 this cycle, so maybe close to a 10x on Filecoin as well. Another token we've been looking at was another stock we've been looking at was Wolf. A TeraWolf is a Bitcoin mining company. We actually had a trade on this around $1. Someone suggested it there. We were looking at it at $1. We've been buying this since $1. Then we had the major breakout at $2, and now we're sat at $8.25. That's already an 8x from where we suggested buying it. We're coming up to some resistance at $8.72. Once we break through that, $15, and then we have higher levels between $10, $27 and all-time highs at $44. So Wolf has performed amazingly. TON token is a new token, something that didn't take major advantage of last cycle. It's been performing very well in the bear market, and I think this token can maybe do another 10x as well. Even though the market capitalization is already very high, if Bitcoin's capitalization continues to move up, then some of that money can flow into TON token, which I think is about number 11 on the market cap list, and that's been performing very well in the bear market. That gives us a good suggestion that if it's performing well in the bear market, it should perform even better in the bull market. Gives us some confidence, and TON token is one of those tokens I think can do another 6 to 10x. So that's some of the tokens I've been buying. I'm very bullish on the crypto market. Yes, I'm not going to say there's not going to be a major correction. There always is during a bull market of Bitcoin. If you even just look back, let's have a look at Bitcoin's chart during previous bull runs. There have been points where Bitcoin has corrected 30% in 14 days. That can happen. That's a lot of people get over leveraged. You can have a couple down weeks, even 30% on Bitcoin. That can mean 50-60% drops on the altcoins, but that doesn't mean the bull market's finished. That just can be a correction. So it's going to be very volatile. I wouldn't go all in on crypto, but I'm certainly very excited about where crypto is going. We've always said 2025 is going to be the cycle year for crypto. That's when we should see all the massive gains, and we're right on track. Bitcoin currently trading at nearly $80,000. We're expecting $85,000 to $90,000 before year end. That money will flow into the altcoins, and that's where I think the majority of the gains are. If you look at Dogecoin, for example, this week it's already up 75%. So looking very good on crypto. This is what we've been waiting for. This is what we've been streaming over a year. I've been on the show for over a year, suggesting that crypto will do this 2024, 2025. And that's where we are at now. We're in full effect. There's still time to buy some of the altcoins, and I think Bitcoin will continue moving up. But yes, if you have any questions, do leave them in the comment section down below. Join us every Sunday. I can look at your specific favorite crypto or stocks. But until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. Okay, 33.55. Let me make a note of that. Let me make a note of that, and let's look at what you want us to look at. We're actually going to look at a few stocks as well. If we've got no super chats, we'll have a look at NVIDIA Enphase, for example. I think Martyn is running a poll at the moment, so let's see if we can get that in the comment sections. Litecoin, says Roberto. Roberto, if you become a member, unfortunately you're not a member, we have to focus on the members, and we can and we can look at your favorite crypto. As this is Martyn's Twitter. He has lots of polls going right now. So if you join Martyn on Twitter, give him a follow. He's doing lots of polls on stocks and crypto. So do have a look at Martyn's Twitter, have a look at his polls, and let me know which way you're voting. I'm going to be commenting on the Twitter polls as soon as I finish the show. So if you have any questions, pop them in the comment section of those polls as well. I'll have a look at them after the show. Let's have a look at your comments before we look at some of the stocks we're looking at today. Let's move over to the S&P 500 firstly. Look at that, S&P 500 has hit the target, $6,000. Let's see where we go now. We're going to see some resistance, maybe. Maybe we will, or maybe we'll blast through the $6,000 level. The markets are very bullish at the moment, so we might just blast through it. Let's see your comments. So what do you think about Palantir now, Joe? We looked at Palantir a few weeks ago and we said it's going to go to all-time highs and beyond. I'm not sure exactly where it is now, but I'd be careful. There was plenty of opportunity to buy it. Can we see Enphase Energy? So God made a farmer? Yes, let's do Enphase Energy. Wow, look at that. Tumbling. Enphase Energy is not looking good, is it? We'll do a full video on that coming up shortly. CRO is my favorite. SENSEI, I did not get in at the bottom of it on CRO. I was too late buying. I went to get in on CRO, but I'm just watching at the moment to see if it pulls back. There's always going to be pullbacks, but I know you're already in CRO, aren't you? But yeah, there's still plenty of gains left on CRO, I think. Check Litecoin. What are your thoughts on ETH? I think ETH will perform well. It's just not. I've bought some I bought some at for $50-$60. So looking at it, these prices, I just get put off. Even though I think it's going to perform well, and I think it's going to be one of the better investments in crypto. I think Ethereum can hit highs of 20,000. I mean, it can go as high as 20,000. This bull market, I think it'll definitely go above 10,000. Litecoin, I think it's not the most exciting coin. It'll perform well. I think it might go to $500 again, back to all-time highs. Sorry, I had to blow my nose there. Litecoin, yes. All these charts today: Bitcoin, Palantir, NVIDIA, Tesla, Tilray, Archer, SMCI. I don't remember what that is, but we'll be looking at it. Plug and Enphase. Sensei, could you take a look at Rocket Lab? If we have time, Henrik, we will definitely have a look at Rocket Lab. But from my recollection, when we looked at Rocket Lab, accumulated, it's breaking through all the levels. So it's looking good. Might be worth taking some profits. So one, can you look at SoFi? If we have time, we can have a look at that. Is it Martyn next? Meet the C interview with Mobix CEO. How about charting Mobix unless you've already done this? Steve, I'm not sure. If Martyn does, let me know. Then we can have a look at Mobix as well. Crypto, what happens to crypto if market crash? Well, what happens to crypto if market crash? Well, crypto will also go down, I think. I think it'll recover quicker. If there's a recession, for example, I think, of course, it will come down, but I think the recovery will actually send us much higher. Look at this, Zach's 8 Hood earnings tomorrow. Can we cover? Of course we can. Let's do it as a video for you, Zach's 8. Thank you for supporting the show again. Let's get straight into Robinhood before we look at Enphase. Thank you very much for the $10 super chat.
Zach donated $10 through a super chat. Hood, earnings tomorrow, can we cover?
Thank you very much, Zach 8. Let's have a look at Hood. Hood, how's it looking? It's looking brilliant. Look at that. Exactly as predicted, isn't it? Absolutely amazing. Breaking news on Martyn Lucas Investors channel. We're looking at Hood, ticker symbol. We're looking at Robinhood, ticker symbol Hood, HOOD. Earnings are coming up. Whether you're watching this before the earnings or after the earnings, this will be beneficial. You can see if I got it right or if I got it wrong, or even if it's after, you can see what my buy zones and sell zones are for Robinhood. We're going to be covering it on the medium and short term. Nothing I say during this video is financial advice, of course. So where are we right now with Robinhood? We're sat at $30.54. This has gone exactly as predicted. This stock, if you look back on it, I said as soon as we break out of $16, I looked to the left. I said, what happened before? What's happened previously of the stock? Well, it broke $33, and in a matter of like 5 weeks, it crashed very, very quickly. It didn't spend any time between $33 and $16. It came down very quickly. So that normally gives us an indication of what happens if we break back above $16. It came down very quickly. There's not much trading going on between these levels. People don't like to, there's no support or resistance previously in these during these between these levels. So theoretically, looking to the left, you look to the right and you say if it breaks out, it should do the same thing going up, and that's what we looked at previously. We looked at this major accumulation. This is what we were looking at during between $7 and $11. All this was buy zones. We broke out, and then we broke out of $16. We tested it, and now look at us go. It is pumping to the upsides. This week alone, it's up 27%. It tested at support, and we've been going up. We're going straight up to $33, in my opinion. If the earnings go well, we're going up to $33. If it doesn't go well, I think this $33 level will still be in the short medium term. I think we'll still head up to $33. We might just test it as resistance, and then come back down if the earnings were really bad. However, if the earnings are really good, we might just get above $33, and then we've got higher targets. We'll finish this trade that we've been doing. This trade that came down quickly, it should go up quickly. Earnings are good. We will blast past $33. At least that's our first target. That's been our target of this trade. We've been trading this from $8, and our target is $33. At least our first target, and that's a 300% move in less than a year. So that's a great move. That's why I'm still expecting it to go $33. And then it'll be interesting to see what happens next. It's going to be volatile during the earnings. It might be volatile to the upside. It might be volatile to the downside. If it's volatile to the downside, you might see some levels of entry at $23. That might hold at support, and then you're ultimately going to come back and get up to this $33 level, in my opinion. That's the worst case. Worst case is a horrific earnings, and then $16 is your buy zone again. However, if it's just a bad earnings, I think you might see a buy zone of $23 and then slowly make your way back up to the $33, completing the trade. If it's a good earnings, you at least get up to $33, and then you'll see how you react there. Will you come back down? You might do, but if it's a really good earnings, then you're going to blast past $33. There might be a few weeks of really irregular trading, but ultimately, I think at some point when you break through $33, you're going to come back and test this level. This level, you need to test its support to make sure it's going to be a sustained trade. You're going to break through $33. It's going to be volatile during earnings. It's going to be volatile for a few days after earnings. But when reality hits, you might see a retest of $33, giving you confirmation to still stay in the trade or enter the trade at $33. And then you're looking at targets of near all-time highs. You're looking at $60. And then even going all the way up to $84 in the medium term. Once you break above $33, you're looking to hold it. And again, you can be off to all-time highs in the coming year. I think as soon as you get above that $33, as long as you hold $33, you're going to slowly keep moving up towards all-time highs. There's not major levels of resistance up here. You can try and get some Fibonacci levels to give you some more ideas. For example, you can go all the way from all-time highs all the way to all-time lows, somewhere around there. And then you can give yourself some areas to take profit. First level before all-time highs would be $68. 50% retrace would be taking you up to $45. And then we don't need the 382. That's not as a significant level. So yeah, you've got, once you break through $33, look out for $45 and then $68 before you hit all-time highs. But just the short-term trade will be, there's 3 things that can happen. Let's go into the daily time frame just to show you even clearer. 3 things can happen. 1, it's a bad earnings. you sell off. Even if it's a pretty bad earnings, you'll sell off. If it's a horrific earnings, $16. I'll always have some limit orders set up in case it's a really, really bad earnings. $16. Very, very unlikely. I don't think that's going to happen. Bad earnings. If it's a bad earnings, then buy level set up at $24. You'll close this gap. $24 would be where I'm buying. If it's a good earnings, or if it's a mediocre earnings, then you'll probably see this trade complete. You'll probably see us head back to $33. And what happens there is what's going to be interesting. That's our first target of our trade. So a lot of people might be taking profits at that level. So you might see it come back down. If it's just a good earnings, if it's not an amazing earnings, then at $33, I'll definitely take some profits there. If it's an amazing earning, if it's a really good earnings, then you'll probably blast through $33, take it back and take it as support over the coming weeks, and then continue moving up to our next target of $45. So that's what I think that can happen on Robinhood. Good luck trading it. Good luck owning it. Remember, nothing I said is financial advice. I hope you win on your trades. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. Thank you for that. 46. We've got a lot of stocks to get through before the end of the show, so we'll probably do shorter videos. And then we can always revisit them on whatever everyone wants to revisit. Put it in the comment section when these videos come out. If you're a member, you can always request it next week, and then we can look at them again. But let's get through some more stocks. Let's have a look at your comments before we move on. Oh, thank you, Zach. Well, anyway, that does make a difference. Yes, Robinhood had its earnings, didn't it? I should have known that. I didn't actually watch it. So, but either way, it still stands. Let's go back to the chart. Whether or not there are earnings coming up, even if there isn't, the only thing that I can take away from that is we're on our way to $33. If bad news comes out, whether it's earnings or not, probably not earnings because that's in 74 days now. Then we're looking at $24 as your next buy level, $33 as your next sell level, and $45 as your next target if you break through $33. The good thing about charts is they stand up whether or not there's an event coming up. But I should have seen what you said. Hood earnings has passed was on 30th of October. Hood has passed last week. Sorry, correct. Yahoo mistake. I was listening to it last week. No earnings tomorrow. Oh yeah, okay, so you did say. Sorry. Lol, he will laugh when Sensei sees this. Yes, I will. No earnings tomorrow. Send a friend request to Martyn Lucas Invest. This is all the if you do want to become a member and you gain major you'll get so many perks. First you'll be on the Discord where all the traders and investors speak together. You'll have priority access on the channel. You have members only live streams. You have member only chats. We have members only requests, members only birthday songs, members only family, really. And it helps us verify. There's so many more perks, but I can't go through them all now. Sensei took your word for it. He won't do that again. Yeah, I will never trust you again, Zach. Say you broke my trust. It's always why I check first. It was Zach. Say he said it was tomorrow. January earnings. Yes, we've got a good few months. I'm sorry, Sensei, but I'll listen to you and sell everything at $34, $35. Oh God, don't take my word for it. I'm just saying first target is $33.31 actually, not $34.35. It's $33.31. And that's our first target from this massive trade. I would definitely keep some for $45, but again, don't take my word for it. I'm talking generally, everyone has their different targets. I'm just seeing if my targets line up with yours. I'm showing you the charts and you can do your own analysis. But good luck to you. My new friend and Sensei, reminder about HNST. A lot of requests for 1 hour, but Corey, unfortunately, we don't have time to do all of them, but just because you became a member last week, I'm going to do a quick look at the Honest Company. Honest Company is resistance at $4.75. If we break above $4.75, it can get very, very volatile to the upside. You're looking, I mean, $4.75, you get above $4.75, it's looking great for the stock. If you get a sell-off, you're looking at maybe There's resistance at $4.75. If you break that resistance, be very careful. If you hold this trend line, you'll be fine. If you break below this trend line, you're looking at buy levels at $2.65. So going normally, and this is a very busy show, and we've got a lot of requests that have already built up during the week, so that's why I can't spend lots of time on this. Fubo, wow, not looking like a great long-term hold. Trends to the downside. Not much to say about this stock. Be very careful. What's the market cap? Under $1 billion. Yeah, I'll be very, very careful. This is a very, very risky stock. I wouldn't put a lot of money into this stock. Next buy level $1.16. Next buy level after that is all-time lows at $1, and it looks like you're trending downwards as well on Fubo. Okay, let's get on to our main requests for this show. Enphase Energy. Let's start with this. Oh, let me make sure I've got the timings for this. What is it? 51. E, ticker symbol E and PH. 51. Okay, let's do Enphase Energy now. Breaking news on Martyn Lucas Investors channel. We're looking at Enphase Energy, ticker symbol ENPH. This stock has absolutely lost its floor. It's continuing to plummet. It's down another 6.5% on Friday. It's had a terrible week. Is there opportunity on the stock, or is it all over? Is it going to continue moving down? That's what we're going to be looking at during this video. We're going to be looking at the chart and exactly where I think there's going to be support on this stock. Remember, nothing I say is financial advice. Everything I say should not influence you. It should just help with your charting analysis for yourself. This is my thoughts only. So Enphase Energy did great during the bull run of 21-22, hit all-time highs of $3.40. We were looking at this specific level here. We saw this as very, very important support. This level at around $113. We had one test of it in May of 2021. We bounced. We had one test in January of 2022. We bounced. We've had a lot of trading in this area since, and we've lost this level. When we lost this level, we were bearish. We had this structure forming, this wedge broke to the downside again. We were bearish at $106. Then we started looking at buy zones. First one was at $80, next one was at $70, and the one after that's coming up now is $59. It does look like this area there is support, but we are quickly breaking through these levels of support. That's why we've always had lower levels of support, and I've said this stock can go as low as $34. That will be an ultimate recession goal. That's if there's a recession occurs. That's if there's a massive crash. That's if there's a terrible news on the company, and that can go all the way down to $35. So I wouldn't go all in. I always leave enough money in case a recession occurs, and I have my targets on stocks if a recession occurs, or in case there's really bad earnings, or in case there's really bad news for the company. And that level is around $35 on this company. Very unlikely, but it's by the day it's looking a little bit more likely. So next level of support, and it looks like the next buy level on Enphase Energy is $58. I think this stock is coming up to some great value areas. I think the greatest value areas I always look at is the 2020 level. Where was it before the crash? Where was it after the crash? Both those levels are great levels to be buying some of these major companies. That level before the 2020 crash was $58, and we're coming up to that. That's our next buy level. That level after the crash was around $30, and that's the level that I've also mentioned. So coming up to great value areas for Enphase between $58 and $33, two buy levels that I'll be very happy to buy some more shares of Enphase at that level. Enphase Energy on the daily is oversold. On the technicals, the MACD is gaining bearish momentum. On the weekly candle, the RSI is approaching oversold. It's not oversold yet, and that's why I think it can come all the way down to $58, and I might buy some more Enphase at $58. We've already bought some at $70, and we are hoping to buy some more at $58. And worst case scenario, buy some between $30 and $35. There's no bullish structure forming on this. We're just trying to catch a falling knife. And that falling knife, I don't mind catching a falling knife, but I have very specific levels where I buy a falling knife. If I'm trading, then I won't be buying it because I would buy at these levels, trade it back up at $70, sell it at $70, buy it back at $58, sell it at $58 if it breaks $58, buy it at $35, trade it back up to $58, sell it at $58. If I'm buying this as a long-term play, which I am, I look at it differently. I look at it at certain levels, and those are the levels I like to buy in. I like to catch this knife. I buy it at $70, a small amount. I buy another small amount at $60. That makes up 40% of my position. And if it comes all the way down to these $30, $35, then I deploy a lot more capital at this stock. And that's what it looks like. It looks like it's continuing to come down. There's no bullish formation. We're looking at where this will stop falling, and we're buying it along the way. But Enphase Energy, next buy level, $58. We are approaching oversold. Once this becomes oversold, traders might look at this as a great opportunity to get in. But until next time, let me know if you have any questions in the comment section down below. Do you want a deep analysis? Are you looking at this over the long term? Do you want my analysis of where this will be in 5 years? Let me know what you want to see, and hopefully we can cover it for you. But until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. Amazing. That was Enphase, 55.49. 55.49 is the time of that. Please hit the like button. Come on, Sensei, get on your game, says Sab. Welcome him, Sab. If you haven't already, please do hit the like button. Let's see how many likes we have on this show. We have 51 people watching. The views are certainly up now. Martyn's back. We're very happy to see Martyn back and streaming. 43 likes. We can do better. If we can get a few more likes, there's 50 people watching. There's 7 of you that haven't liked, so please don't be the odd one out and support the show. Maz, would you recommend buying the MetaQuest 3 now after using it? I bought the MetaQuest 3 on release date. It's one of those things you end up buying, you enjoy it for a while and just don't use. But at some point, I'll probably go and use it again. But yeah, it's good fun. It's definitely it's better value for money than Apple's. I definitely won't buy the Vision Pros. James 007, you know what? Just for you, we can have a quick look at Pfizer. And then we have to blast through some of these stocks that have been suggested this week. Pfizer, the only reason I will look at is we can do a good analysis is because we have been looking at it over the past few weeks, and we have said it's coming back down. Last week we said it will come down, and already this week it's down 3.4%. We're coming up to slight buy level, $26.40. Very close to a buy. If we do break that level, be careful, $21 might be next. There's a small level between those two, which is $24. So coming up to buy level, first buy $26, next buy is $24, and buy after is at $21 for Pfizer. But yes, if we hold $26, that'll be best case scenario, because then we can be on our way to $34. Let's move on to some of these stocks then. Let's look at NVIDIA. We don't want to miss NVIDIA. No worries, James. We've had 444 views, so please do hit that like button. Let's get some more viewers in here. I can watch YouTube so I can see the ads in 3D. Vaz, you definitely need YouTube Premium. Otherwise, we'll go crazy watching ads in 3D. Thank you. Another great show. Thank you, Corey. Hopefully, we can do some more of your requests next week. Join me every Sunday, and also join Martyn. He's streaming again every opening and closing bell. I'm sure you would love his shows as well if you haven't already tuned in. Okay, let's do NVIDIA. Breaking news on Martyn Lucas Investors channel. I forgot to take the time down. Let me do that again. NVIDIA. NVIDIA at 59. I'd rather tribute the money to this channel and moan at the ads anytime they pop up. Okay, fair enough, Maz. Either way. Here we go. Breaking news on Martyn Lucas Investors channel. We are looking at NVIDIA, ticker symbol NVDA. I'm going to give you my full analysis where I think this is going. This is breaking out of all-time highs. It's looking very bullish, and let's see how far this can go. Anything I say during this video should not be taken as financial advice. I'm only showing the charts. and showing you my how I do my chart analysis. This is not financial advice. So NVIDIA, finally, breaking all-time highs. What did we say? It holds 130. It's going to break all-time highs. It held 130. Where was our last buy zone? $101. We called it to the absolute dollar. Kept us uptrend, held that major level of $130. We said it's just a matter of time before it breaks all-time highs, and now it's broken all-time highs. It's sat at $147. This is looking bullish. What is our target? This can be a very, very quick video because we've broken out of all-time highs. There's one thing you need to do, one thing only. Hold $141. There's a very strong likelihood that NVIDIA might pull back to $140. That will be bullish. That will be fine. Only as long as you hold it. If you break below it, then we're going to be going sideways again. We're going to be going down to $130. Might be breaking down to $124, breaking back up to all-time highs, and then we'll be range bound. What we want to see happen is either no retest, but we hold $140, or even more bullish would be coming back to $140, giving us another opportunity to buy this stock and then moving back up. So $140 is key for the stock. Holding $140 will be key. As long as we hold $140 on NVIDIA, we have a target of $172. How did I get that target? I'm not sure, but I can give a good guess. It was a Fibonacci. So let me take this Fibonacci from low to high, and exactly it's our 1618 on the Fibonacci levels. That is going to take us to $172. So expect the next target, the next resistance point on NVIDIA is $172. RSI is not overbought. MACD is trending to the upside, so it looks like $172 is the next level for NVIDIA. I don't need to say much more. I'm not going to be one of those YouTubers that says one thing, says the other, tries to waste your time. This is going to be a quick video. If you did enjoy it, if you did get that confirmation, or if you did take anything away from this, please do hit the like button. If you haven't already, please do subscribe. This is a very quick video telling you directly the facts, telling you exactly what I think is going to happen. There's no messing around here. If I can see it clearly, I'll tell you it clearly, and I see it going to $172 as long as it holds that support level of $140. If it comes back down there, that might be a nice level to buy. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. 102.06. Let's do a couple more and then let's end the show. Let's do Tesla. Someone said it was overvalued. I said Tesla's probably going to start performing very well. And look at it go. $266. I said that was the level. We break it. We're continuing this upwards move. Now let's make a video on it and gloat. I'm joking. Let's tell you what the next levels are going to be. What's the 103? Tesla. MSK is here, it seems. What do you think of SHIB? SHIB is going to perform like Dogecoin. I think it's good. I think the bull market, people will like meme coins, and I think Shiba is one of those meme coins. I personally don't buy it. I just buy Dogecoin, but I think Shiba is good as well. Here we go. Breaking news on Martyn Lucas Investors channel. We're looking at Tesla, ticker symbol TSLA. Finally breaking out. It was in a major bear market. It's one of those stocks that hasn't been performing very well. We said last week this is breaking out, and look what it's done. It is at $321. Let me tell you exactly what my targets are. Remember, nothing I say during this video is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I can't give you financial advice, especially on YouTube, even if I was a financial advisor. We've got a super chat coming through during the making of this video.
£9.99 through a super chat. Please, please, please finish all the stocks that were on the plan for today. Thanks, Sensei.
Lads, we'll see what we can do. We've got a lot on the agenda today, and hopefully we can finish that. That was a super chat. This was made during a live show. Join us every Sunday. Give us your thoughts and let me know what you want me to have a look at and give you my thoughts on. However, Tesla currently sat at $321. It had that major breakout. I said if it breaks $226, that's the end. The bear market, these lower lows, these lower highs, this is going to be finished. This is the structure we're looking at for a long time. Getting it buys at $140, getting buys at $161. The previous buys were at $131. And we're finally breaking this bear move, this lower high, lower low formation. We can Forget about that now because we've broken the highs. We are sat at $321. What is our next target? Our next target is quite a while away, in my opinion. Let's firstly have a look. Let's see if we have got any Fibonacci levels between us. No, they line up with my next target, and my next target is exactly $348. I think we can get there in no time. I think it's looking good. The only thing I'll be worried about is if there's terrible news suddenly comes out, if there's a massive crash, if there's some sort of recession that occurs. We do have a few gaps. We have a gap at $256, and we have a gap at $222. 95% of the time, these gaps do get filled. It doesn't mean they have to get filled this year. They might get filled next year. But just be wary. This stock will probably come back down, but it's probably going to continue to the upside before. So my first target, $348. Next target would be each of these levels. So it would be $385, $404, $415, and then that's all-time highs. So looking good on Tesla. Momentum shifted. We're no longer bearish on this stock. We're actually broken out to the bullish side. So we are bullish on this stock. Next target is $348 on Tesla, and I think we can get there in no time. We'll do more of, we can do a full analysis on the stock. We can spend 10-20 minutes on the stock. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Join me next Sunday. Tell me you want to do a full analysis on Tesla, looking at it where it can go in the next 3 years, looking at how to trade it on the daily charts. We can do all of that. Just let me know in the comment section below. If you did enjoy the video, leave a like. But until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. 106.17. We are really running low on time, but I'll try and do as many as I can. So Vaz, is anything specific? Want any one of the specific ones any specific ones that you wanted me to look at? Because I think I can only do another 2-3 stocks. The list was Palantir, Tilray, Anchor. I think you like ACH, don't you? Archer Aviation. I assume that will be one we want to look at. So let me do that, and then let me know what other ones you want me to look at. What's the time? 107. Let's see. ACHR. The time is 107. And when I say the time is, you might get confused. What I'm looking at is a reference that I can give to Martyn, and that is how long we've been live for. So when I say 107, then we've been live for 1 hour and 7 minutes and 25 seconds, and I'm going to do the video at 45 seconds. Just in case you're like, what am I mumbling? That is what I'm saying to myself. Let's start with Anchor Aviation. Breaking news on Martyn Lucas Investors channel. My name is SENSEI Crypto, and I'm going to be doing a full analysis on Archer Aviation, ticker symbol ACHR. We're going to be looking at the chart, what my next target is for this stock. It's been performing quite well over the last week, and we do have some bullish targets on it. So let's get straight into it. If you do like this stock, do hit the like button. Remember, nothing I say during this video is financial advice. I'm live every Sunday. If you have any other specific stocks you want me to have a look at, join me on a Sunday. Leave it as a super thanks in the comment section below, or just leave it as a comment, and hopefully we will see you next Sunday. Archer is set at $3.89. We had our buy zones at, well, the last support was actually at $2.83. I'm not sure if that support was there or not when we first looked at it. So I'm not sure if that was up. We actually managed to buy near that level, but that was a support, and we've held support, and that's why it's looking like we are off to our next target. Our next target on this stock is looking like $5.40. There will be a small level of resistance before that, and that can be taken by the Fibonacci. So be careful of two levels. One is a 50% retrace, which is exactly where we are now. We want to break through that, and another level will be and 786 at $4.87. So you've got a few levels that you might want to take profit if you were holding this from $2.80. One is $4.12, one is $4.87, and the major one is $5.40. If you are a much longer term holder of the stock, then once you break above $5.40, you're looking at $7 to take profit. Be careful. At this 50% retrace level on the Fibonacci, this $4.12 level I just told you about, the resistance level, because the RSI is also approaching overbought territory. So if it hits that, you might see some sideways action. You might actually end up coming back all the way back down to $2.81. I'm not saying that's likely. I'm just saying be prepared for that outcome. Be prepared to buy some more at $2.81. It's probably not the most likely outcome, but this is not a massive market cap stock, and it can nothing, not much will take it. Um, not much has to happen. It can just be one bad news story that will bring it all the way back down to $2.82. So if you really like this stock, don't go all in, because you might be able to buy some more at $2.82. But I think what will happen is it will hit back $410. There might be an overbought situation. It might just go sideways for a while and then break $4.12, hit the next target $4.87. Same thing might happen. It might get overbought again. It might go sideways for a while, and then it hits the major target of $5.40. So we're looking to the upside on this stock. Just be careful. It might not go up in a straight line, but looking bullish on the stock. We're not overbought yet. There is still a little bit of momentum left before we have to cool down. There are major targets on the stock as well, and we can look at them when we get closer to time. But $7, $8, and $10 are all levels that this stock can achieve. If you want more analysis on this, let me know in the comment section down below. If there's another stock you want me to look at, let me know. Smash the like button if you like this stock. But until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. 111. We are running over time. Let's see if there was any other ones you wanted to see, Vaz. Tilray, plug, Archer for me. Okay, let's do well, Vaz, I don't see anyone else asking for anything at the moment, so we can always do Tilray first and see if we can do another one for you. Tilray brands. All-time lows. Goodness gracious, there's not much to say about this, is there? Here we go. Tilray. TLRY. 1. Breaking news on Martyn Lucas Investors channel. We're looking at Tilray Brands, ticker symbol TLRY. This stock has been plummeting. It's basically at all-time lows. We're going to see if there's any hope left for the stock, or if this is going to continue going down, even maybe breaking below $1. So let's get straight into the video. I'm going to be looking at the chart for it. I'm going to be telling you my thoughts on it. But remember, my thoughts aren't financial advice. This is just from a charting perspective. We are currently sat at $1.49 on Tilray Brands. We are down during the recording of this video. Last week it was down $3.5% on Friday, and that's when it broke the support for the all-time lows. It hasn't hit all-time lows, but it was our last support level. It seems like we hit all-time lows back in October. The 10th of October, where we broke the support and we actually went all the way down to $1.45, but we recovered during the same day. This seems like a more substantial breakdown. This is actually the bar has closed below this level. Last time round, it quickly pulled back up and then we went back up during the following days. This time round, the bar has actually closed below $1.50. It's looking a bit more bearish. The RSI isn't oversold. The MACD is just gaining bearish momentum. The weekly is not oversold. The weekly candle doesn't look brilliant. This was a warning we were giving you. There was a few trades that we took on Tilray earlier this year, where we took it back up. I think, was it to $2 or was it $1.80? There was a few trades on this stock. However, right now I'll be very wary holding this stock. It's a high risk play. If you want to try and grab it, do the method where everyone's selling it, you buy. Be my guest, however, know that you're in a very risky company now. The market cap is at 1.35 billion. This might break a $1 billion market cap. Right now, in charting terms, it is looking bearish. Yes, we are at the final level of support. This might be the best place to buy, but if you're buying at these levels, you might be buying it as a line in the sand. This is the final level to buy this stock. As a risky play, but after this, we don't have any lower targets. The stock has never been this low before. Once it breaks $1.45, it's never been this low before. We've seen this happen with SBC. We've seen this happen with other stock. Once it breaks all-time lows, they can just continue moving down. Let's see if we can find you a target. Looking at a backwards Fibonacci, but I think the targets will be way too low. Here we go, $1.22. That might be your next level, $1.22. Target after that is looking at 85 cents. So it's not looking like there's good targets below. I wish I could tell you something better. The only thing I can say is maybe because it's back at these all-time lows, this is the last horizontal support. You have broken it slightly, but this might hold. It might be worth it. If you really invest, if you really believe in the company, you might buy the best possible price for this company. This is the lowest it's ever been. If you really believe in the company, I'm not going to stop you buying it. I'm not here to give you financial advice. If this was a company I really liked, um, if this was Coinbase, for example, or if this was, I don't know what else I could say. Probably not. There must be something really going wrong with Coinbase if it was at these levels. I'm trying to think of an example I could give. Um, Let's just say, yeah, if this was Coinbase and I thought it's having a really rough time right now, but I see it continuing being the best crypto exchange company, if I think the same about this sector, if I think this is the best cannabis company that's going to stay, it's just having a really rough time, then yes, I would buy it because my fundamentals are saying I really believe this company's going to stay. The financials might say it's going to stay. This is the leading company in the sector. If it was Coinbase, I would buy it at these levels just as a punt. I would know it's risky, but because it's at all-time lows, the returns might also be great. This might be the lowest this company ever reaches. But as a charting wise, it's breaking all-time lows. If it doesn't regain $1.50 quickly, if it regains $1.50, then we're all good. If it doesn't regain $1.50, then you're looking at dropping another 30-40%. Your next target is another 20% move to downside. So be very careful with Tilray. It's not looking good, unfortunately. The trend has been to downside for a while now, and it looks like we're breaking down further. But until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. 116.57. Okay, I think maybe reverse split coming, yes. Maybe there is, Stephen. I am losing my voice somehow. That's not good. Um, 45% this year up this year on Tesla. Plus, so you feel guilty. I've made a promo video and a short today for every single one, plus a poll on every single one. The most popular ones are okay. Sure, Martin. It's only the two that I haven't looked at are the most popular. Goodness. Well, what are the chances of that? I'm ready to turn into videos. All thumbnails are ready to go. He completely ignored you, Martin. No, I didn't, Baz. I'm used to it. Do SMCI and Palantir instead if the dinner is ready then. No, don't worry, Baz. You gave the super chat. I looked at what you wanted. I'm not a member, lol. Yeah, I only listen to members. Martin, are you a member? I don't see a badge next to your name. Um, many more people coming in as I'm promoting SMC. Hi, I'm Palantir. Hello, everyone. What do you think of Enphase Energy? We just looked at Enphase Energy. Look out for the video, or go back into the live stream. You'll see me talk about Enphase Energy. If makes you feel better, these are great. Let's see how many people are watching the show. We've got 56 people watching the show. How many likes do we have? We've got 60 likes. We'll do the rest. How many do we have? 52. If you haven't liked the show, please do hit the like button. If you like the show, then we can continue going, even though I desperately need to get out of here. Let's do another one. Let's see how many more we can do. SMCI. Why do I not recognize all the other two? Super microcomputer. We must have looked. We haven't looked at this before. Oh goodness. It's not looking. Oh, what's the market cap? 14 billion. Yeah. To be fair, it's looking like a buying opportunity, so let's cover it. SMCI 120. SMCI 120 00. Martin, I'll do one more after this if you like. Just let me know which one I should do. Let me do SMCI. Breaking news on Martin Lucas Investors channel. We are looking at super microcomputer, ticker symbol SMCI. I'm going to do a full analysis on this stock. It's actually hit, in my opinion, a nice buying opportunity, a nice level of support. Anything I say during this video should not be taken as financial advice. I'm just looking at it during for a charting perspective. So looking at the stock, you can see it accumulated, it ran up, it did really, really well earlier this year, and then since it's sold off. But this accumulation draws my attention because there's a lot of support around this level. $24.52. This was the support. It did actually, it was range bound before it popped off to the moon, really. It went all the way from $31 to $120 in a few weeks. And it's come all the way back down. However, the good news is you are actually back at potentially a nice level of re-entry. If you missed it last time, this might be a nice area to get back in. The RSI is oversold, suggesting that buyers might come back in. The MACD is red, but it's trying to gain some more momentum and turn green. You're back at this level, $22. You're in a buy zone right now, in my opinion. This is a level you should be really looking at, especially if you missed it last time. Look at the fundamentals, make your own decision. But right now, this looks like it's in its first level of support. There are lower targets. The targets are much lower. If there's bad news coming about this around this company, there are lower targets. This can go to $17 in a recession, in a terrible situation. The stock can keep going. It can go to $9. However, right now in the current circumstances, this is your first buy level. This does look like a nice area to get back in. This is where you accumulated last time round before you went all the way up. $17, there is a gap fill. It might suddenly crash down to $17. I would have a limit order set up there as well. But this is an area where this stock can accumulate again, and maybe something similar can occur. The areas where I would take profits, the first level would be around $46, just because there's a gap fill over there, and then you can take the next level of support around $63. Those will be my targets. $46, $63. My levels of support, my buy zones, is where you are currently right now, $17. And then, of course, there's lower targets in terms of recession around $9, $10. But I think $22 and $17 are nice areas to buy as well. If you like this stock, hit the like button. If you like the content, hit the like button. If you want me to cover the stock more, if you want me to do a more in-depth analysis of the stock, hit the like button. Let me know in the comment section down below. Join me every Sunday where I do these videos. Join Martin during the week. He's live every opening and closing bell. Let him know you like this stock and we can cover it more for you guys. This was Super Microcomputers, looking at a nice level of buying at the moment. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. 123.18. SMCI 123.18. Palantir is the suggestion. So thank you, Martin, for telling me which one. Why can't I do the ticker symbol? PLTR. There we go. Wow, look at this. Palantir. Oh, we got it spot on. I just didn't think it would pump this much after it hit all-time highs. $69 is occurring much quicker than expected. Tilray next week. No, FB, we actually did look at Tilray. It will come out as a video, or if you rewind this show, you'll be able to see it. If you haven't already, please do hit that like button. We're trying to get up to 60 likes before the end of the show. We do have 60 people watching, so we might hit the 60 likes. We do have 6 people watching the show who haven't hit the like button, so please do consider hitting the like button. We are looking at Palantir. Type PLTR. Thank you for subscribing. Cannabis comeback, maybe not. I'm not sure. But you can watch the analysis of that specific stock if you like. I'm really losing my voice somehow. Let's do Palantir. Breaking news on Martyn Investors channel. We are looking at Palantir Technologies, ticker symbol PLTR. Look at it run. It's at $58. We were talking about this not too long ago, but buying it around $10, below $10, buying it $27, and now it's at $58. Let me see where this, my thoughts are, where this will go next. Is this the end, or are we going to continue running? Are we too late? Should you be FOMOing in? Let me tell you what I think. But what I tell you is not financial advice. Remember, nothing I say during this video should be taken as financial advice. This is just my thoughts and my thoughts only. So we looked at the stock. We had this major trend line, this blue trend line. As long as we were staying above it, we were still bullish. The trend was the upside. More people were holding the stock. Higher lows. Higher lows means more people were willing to hold the stock for higher prices. That was good. We were tackling all these resistant points, taking them out one by one. Remember, we had buy level around $6. We had buy levels around $10. We had buy levels around $13. I think Martyn was buying the stock or suggesting that this is a good buy around $10, under $10. This stock has performed very well. It's gone exactly as predicted. The only thing I didn't predict is once it breaks out of all-time highs, it's going to continue running this quickly. So what's happened is I said $33, there's nothing in its way. It's just going to run to all-time highs. Once it breaks all-time highs, we have a target of $69, and it looks like that target's going to be reached much quicker than expected. But be careful. It is overbought on the daily. I believe it must be overbought on the weekly as well. The stock is very overbought. It doesn't mean it's going to have to come crashing down. It just means at some point it will cool off, whether it's this week, next week, or the week after. At some point, this stock will cool off. And when it cools off, let me give you some levels. If it's one level that won't be too bearish is when the major call off comes, is testing that previous all-time high, just testing it and then continuing moving up. So I would have some buy level set up at all-time highs if this stock, if you like this stock. I personally don't. I mean, the gains are made, so I wouldn't be buying at these levels anymore. We've definitely taken our profits now. I've taken my major profits at all-time highs, still holding a bit in case it hits $69, but I wouldn't be looking to buy it now. But yeah, this can come down to $45. It might drop quickly down below at $42 once this call off occurs, or if some bad news comes out. But in the meantime, this stock is probably going to continue moving up. $69, I think, is a major level to certainly take a lot of your profits. Yeah, so $69. I think this is going to just continue moving up to $69 in case, unless there's some major news that comes out, then you might look at being able to buy it again at $45 or dropping just below to $42. But it's well on its way to $69. That's my final target on Palantir, and I hope it reaches it, because that will be a complete trade all the way from $10 to $70 at 7x on a major company in a short amount of time. That will be great. But yes, it might come in for a retest of $45, retesting that previous all-time highs. But if not, and then $69 is the next target, and I think that's where it'll be a nice point to take all my profits. I don't normally take all my profits, but I definitely will once it reaches $69. Until next time, let me know what you think of this stock. Let me know if you want me to do a more in-depth analysis. Let me know by hitting the like button. Let me know in the comment section down below. But until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. 128, 38, 130. I just realised I haven't been pointing at the playlists or the next videos. Haven't done videos in a while, so I forgot to do that. But next time I'll do that. Here we go. That's the poll. Will we have a green week? 83% say we will. Well, I hope we do. But always be careful when everyone's bullish. Might be time to take some profits. Thanks for the show. Thank you, Baz. Thank you for tuning in. Always a Very nice to see you. You never seem to miss a show, which I love. How many likes did we get in the end? Did we hit 60? 58. So 2 more likes. If you haven't liked, please do, because let's get to 60 likes. That would be great. But yes, covered a lot of stocks. It's the most we've done in a while. How many did we do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 videos coming out for you guys. You are going to be spoiled, especially if you haven't watched the show. If you've just tuned in and you've missed some major stocks, then there's 10 videos coming out for you. Martyn's going to put a lot of work into putting all these videos out. But yeah, you've got more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 10 videos. Wow. And next week we'll do some more, especially the ones we missed. I will be sure to cover it next week. Thank you all. 625 views. That's brilliant. It's a great show. Thank you all for tuning in. Sab, Henrik, thanks Sensei. Thank you, Stephen Lundowski. Always great to have you here. James, thank you for all you do on and off the show. Always appreciate your support. James is a big supporter of the channel. So you've been a member for 1 year now. It's crazy. I remember the first day you joined. I think it was you and someone else who joined at the same time. I think you were interested in crypto. I think I remember the first day you joined, actually, James 007. I think we had a chat. We were talking to each other on the live stream. But you've been here for a year. It's absolutely amazing. Thank you for all your support during this year. I need to go off. I'm late. We've run over, so I'm sorry that we've run over, but I hope you've enjoyed it. What's Bitcoin sitting at right now? Bitcoin, oh my god, look at this. Bitcoin is at 80,000. We just hit all-time highs during the stream. I should stream more often. Bitcoin just pumps. $80,800 on BTC. XRP is recovering. Look at that. Dogecoin is up 26% today. But the star of the show right now is Bitcoin, hitting all-time highs. 80,800. Join me live in the morning, says Martyn. We'll all be tuning into Martyn's show. There's the link for that. Don't forget to tune in. Martyn's live every single day. Thank you, Sensei. I can't remember the first live Sensei show. Time has gone. Yeah, no, I'm talking about the first show you were. I remember when you were trying to become a member. You were on Martyn's show, and I was guiding you on how to become a member. I think when I was doing my crypto challenge as well back then. But yeah, time's gone very quickly. Live trades and fundamental analysis. Love to see it, Martyn. We'll all be tuning in. XRP, go XRP. Yes. Until next time, thank you all for tuning in. What an amazing show. Great to have Martyn back this week. And let's crash at this bull market. Let's get some good trades in for crypto and stocks. But until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye-bye.